Alright, well last time it gave me the ability to parry. I do want to bring to your attention though that he has no health bar. So right now we're just kind of beating him up and for no real end. I guess it's timed or something like that. I don't know. Shit, that was the wrong one. There's only so much to say as you punch him. If I had known I was gonna, well, I mean, I guess I didn't know.
I'm ahead of the train, Mum. What are my orders?
Eliminate Patrice. He must not get away.
I'm in position, Mum. Lining up a shot.
Do you have the shot?
Negative. I do not have a clear shot. They're heading towards another tunnel.
Take the bloody shot. Now!
I'm in position. Negative. I do not have a clear shot.
We've confirmed the intelligence 007. Patrice will be on the 67th floor. Good luck, 007.
Bond, you must find and eliminate Patrice before he completes his mission. Bond, you need to hurry. Find Patrice.
I did do it right?
Bond, try the floor below you.
No, I can see him right here. See? Told you.
007, stop Patrice from shooting.
Alright, well maybe I did make a mistake.
Bond,
Okay.
Patrice is preparing to fire.
Are you gonna stop talking?
Bond, Patrice is lining up a shot.
Bond, grass is green. It rains when there's clouds out. Okay, are we done? Shut the fuck up. So, this is a super short but super simple mission. I need you to move. This is the problem. It's also super difficult because if he hits you once, there's a good chance he's going to hit you 4 times in a row and you're going to die. Whoops. I'm stuck. Stand up.
007, stop Patrice from shooting.
Alright, so contrary to that statement, Bond doesn't do that at all. He just said, firstly, this is like visually the most stunning scene in the entire film, so it's kind of a letdown that it's not all that great right here. But, like, it is what it is. Make all the Wii U jokes you want, I don't really care. The way I've decided that this is easiest is to go where he is, because normally you're only able to cover, like, say, this much of yourself, and that's really hard. As to where, if you're able to stand right here, you have an entire wall, and that's much, much easier, and you can hide behind it, and he'll just kind of come to you. You're only given this handgun, this is it. It's just a boss fight, like, that's it. The first half is hard, the second half, from what I noticed, was pretty easy. Patrice succeeds in shooting and killing someone, and Bond just kind of watches, and then he goes after him. But this is like, if I were making this film a game, this would be like level 3. But this is it. This is the thing Bond does right after training.
Dude, you need to move. I see him. Am I hitting him? And he does like, I don't really care for that because that actually means I have to sit around and wait. But I noticed hanging here is the easiest way to do shit, so it's just gonna be how I do shit. Because otherwise it just feels kind of annoying to chase him around and stuff like that. And like when he notices you're shooting at him, he'll start shooting back, and he's just better at it because he's got a high-powered rifle and can kill you in like 4 shots. Right now I don't see his bitch ass though. See, and then he starts doing that, and when he does, he gets you over and over again. I just need him to fucking move so we can play the goddamn video game, maybe. The glass doesn't really shield you so much. We get rid of this? Yes. Let's try and get out of the way, shoot him as much as you can. Like, it's simple, but it's also a bit difficult. Got an okay amount of damage on him. Can't tell if we're getting him, what? Well, we're fucked now. Where do you go? We're not fucked. We were almost fucked. That was not a good position to be in. But I was thinking that he was glitching out. Which, I guess, I hate to say, I wouldn't put it past this game. That's a very pathetic thing to have to say. You shouldn't have those kind of standards for a fucking video game. Take cover for a minute. I'm having to fucking move because his ass won't. But see, this is where it gets me. It's like, this is kind of where thinking about things like speed loader and all that would be pretty good and helpful. But at the same time, it's like, I don't really know if I want to get rid of my health because I feel like that kind of is hugely important right here. Almost out of ammo. Because this bitch ass just keeps acting like a bitch ass. Want to get rid of this glass now?
Dude's clearly mental right now. I don't know what the fuck's going on. He's not supposed to be acting like this. Well, that was a lot of time wasted for him to act like an idiot. Was it? Why? I was behind a wall! Right as I was actively saying this was going better. Well, rifles don't shoot that fast. I mean, I guess maybe the one in Resident Evil 4 does. Oh, this is bad. You just try and... I'm behind a wall. Don't do that. Did I do it? No? Did I do it? No? Alright, now I did it. Okay, well, see, that went faster. Like, fuck. I'm gonna show the fast-forwarded version just this way you guys can get a clear glimpse that he was just acting like an idiot that time, and, like, now he's fine. He did fine that time. That's how it's supposed to go.
You're falling behind, 007. You must find Patrice.
Yeah, whatever. Where's the door? I found the door. Where is... There's supposed to be a box. It's not all that big of a deal. This.
Hurry up, Bond.
I think that's the second one. It sucks because you see this and you think to yourself, oh god, sweet, other guns. But no, it's just ammo for the exact same gun. And that's fucking dumb. Are we doing this again? Are we doing this again? I can shoot, but I can't open the door.
Hurry up, Bond. Don't let Patrice complete his mission.
Thank you for at least not being that unforgiving. It spawned me through the door. So I remember this part being easier because he kind of just doesn't move and I don't move, which I'm fine with, because that was kind of my initial strategy to begin with anyway, was stay in one place because... What? I wasn't listening.
Patrice is preparing to fire.
Oh my, it's almost like if you watch the film, he does fire and win. Well, he doesn't win, but like he fires and he kills the guy. It's easier if it's diagonal.
Patrice is taking aim, 007.
Oh my gosh. Have you heard about air? It's what you breathe to live. I think that was doing damage to him. Looks like it is, I can't tell. Yeah, it's working. Okay, that's what I care about. See, because this part's so much easier. Gotta wait.
Patrice is taking aim, 007.
Well, I gotta wait for my health. There we go. Seriously, when making a video game, don't write fucking shitty dialogue all the time and make it talk to you. Like this. This is... There. See, that wasn't so bad. Investigate. What am I investigating?
M here. Do you have an update?
Patrice is dead.
Well done, 007. But there's still one piece of unfinished business. About your injuries. You should know that I ordered that agent to shoot. Even though she didn't have a clear shot. I'm sorry.
Don't say it. You did what you had to. We all do what we have to survive.
Very well, 007. Mr. Tanner will be calling you with your next assignment. Good luck, Bond.
Bond here.
Alright, I'm gonna save all opinions for this because once I hit this button, credits are gonna play and it only makes sense for me to talk about it during the credits because I don't know how long the fucking credits are gonna be. Alright, so hopefully I don't need to mute this, but yeah, there you go. My opinion on it is that ending annoys me because firstly, the mission was not to kill Patrice, the information was tell me who you work for, and they're addicted to making James look like he's weak and you know, like he doesn't fucking get knocked off and is almost about to die and then pulls him over. Like, no, he fucking wins against Patrice, and then like once Patrice is falling, he's holding him by the hand doing the tell me who you work for. Patrice doesn't talk, he lets go, he falls to his death. There you go. And even before then, like, Bond knows because he could hear take the damn shot. And there is no I'm sorry. She doesn't apologize. M never apologizes. So, like, they make it... They tie up the loose ends in a way that I'm not happy with. And I feel like that's because it's like, well, yeah, that's because it's the start of the film. In which case the solution is, then don't do that, idiot! Like, you wouldn't have to tie up those ends in such a wrong way if you just didn't do it this way to begin with. Like, it's that simple. Now, this right here that's going on in the background, this is actually just the menu, and I like it. I think it's a cool menu. Like, normally you see these guys going off in the background and then the menu overhead. So I don't know. It's a nice clear view of being able to see it, but it's kind of like a cool little Legends Rogues Gallery thing. It's nice looking. I like that. But yeah, like that. Overall, I do like the game. It's way glitchier than I remember it. And again, I have an easier time forgiving this than I do GoldenEye because I understand why they did what they did. It makes sense for it to be bad. If that like means anything. There's not an excuse to fuck up GoldenEye. There is an excuse to fuck up this, and that's because they only did an hour, so they had to butcher everything. They could have done anything else to like not do that, and it would have been, I would say, fine, but considering how they fucked up GoldenEye, obviously it's not the case. Obviously it comes down to just don't do that concept or approach. There you go. I applaud them for trying the concept and approach because it's an interesting and appealing concept and approach to me. It's just the problem was they didn't flesh it out enough. They didn't bother doing it because, they had a deadline and they're trying to fucking work on that. They only had 2 years to work on the game. So they didn't really have the time to be able to make this as good as it could have been, and that's what sucks. They did learn a lot from GoldenEye. I really do think they did. For instance, all these characters here, they are legacy characters. They look like the way they should. The only one that really took an axe to it was Jinx. That's about it. Everyone else looks it. Some of the characters have their same role and voice, like Drax and Gustav Graves. So that's good, and I appreciate that. They butchered Sanchez. Sanchez is made to look like all of it's so cringy dialogue. Yeah, they did some things right. And I looked, because I have read the receptions, and I don't disagree with most of the criticisms they have. Well, actually, the one criticism I do disagree with is the idea of the gameplay is boring. I'm I don't think it's boring at all. I don't know what sort of fucking degree in criticizing video games people have or whatever the hell, but that's the thing that makes this game worth anything to me, is because it's fun. The things I don't like are when they mix, that's basically what I'm saying is, majority of this game is shooty bang guy, right? So what do they expect to be different? Because if you compare any fucking shooter in the entire world, it's all shooty fucking bang guy, and that's it. That's it. So I don't know what they were thinking to make it any more interesting. But yeah, if that makes any sense. The worst thing they did was some of the mechanical changes. For instance, that chase scene just there and the Majesty skiing. Those were the worst parts, is when they didn't do the shooty bang guy. I don't know. I think I've got most of it out of my system. I really were supposed to use credits to talk about future projects, and that's ideal. I gotta be honest with you guys. My drive since Breath of the Wild has been very, very low. So this was really good for me because this is the most interested in LPing I felt in a while, because I'm kind of at this point of I feel like I'm on my last legs here, but I'm not entirely, because there's still some things I want to do. For instance, the idea of Metroid Fusion still excites me. Resident Evil Revelations, that still excites me. But for the most part, I felt pretty drained as of late. And this, I know, it's it's not that game that a lot of people are going to care about or be interested in or think is good, and that's fine, whatever, I don't care. But this has interested me more than anything I've done recently, and a lot of that is to help with the whole Amazon thingy. Oh my gosh, there's not a really way I can do this. I got a phone call. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and just take this commentary, which, I was talking on the phone for 10 minutes. I want to let the credits play, so this way I could just add it in post if absolutely need be, but I'm going to go ahead, split this, move it forward. considering I was on the phone for 11 minutes and the credits are still fucking playing, we're either going to fast forward the credits or just not let it go all the way, because this is one of those infinite credit things. Jesus Christ, people, stop hiring so many things or make the credits go faster. I don't fucking care. Do something about it. The point that I remember saying was something about future projects, motivation, stuff like that, other Bond games probably. I'm not going to say it's completely die for James Bond, because point blank, there are other things. I've played everything I own except for Agent Under Fire, which I don't really have an interest in personally. I can hold down and it goes faster. Alright, well there you go. There's your timestamp of difference, I guess. But, maybe I'm thinking about getting Quantum of Solace or Everything or Nothing and giving those a playthrough as well. I might give it a go, but that's basically like the only chances of other things. Like there's Tomorrow Never Dies for PS1, but I'd probably just stream through that just for funsies or World's Not Enough for PS1 as well, just to see how those go. But maybe LP Tomorrow Never Dies, doubtful, but maybe. But like that's it. Is right now Quantum or Everything are probably the two things as far as future Bond games, but for the most part, like this was where I planned the final hurrah, but I mean I can't help that I'm an addict and that's who I am. So, yeah, that's that. I'm not planning on talking through the credits for this whole thing because again, there's just too fucking much. But I gotta be honest with you guys, my motivation's been down. But the idea of Fusion and Revelations and this game have kind of kept me in line a little bit. There's another game I was working on, and I got like halfway through it, and that's the first time ever that I've started an LP but haven't finished it, and it's been a while, so I don't know if I want to just scrap that LP, or if I want to come back to it now and maybe try and finish it. Actually, that's a lie, Fire Red and Twilight Princess, but those are different circumstances. But that's kind of my thing, is I don't know, I guess like a part of me died or got exhausted or something, but yeah. Oh my gosh, no, that's not it. That says Q8 group. Oh my gosh, I thought it was the ending. I don't know. I can't think of too much else to say, but we'll see how things go. Like, I'm not saying I quit, but I am saying that I need a nice kick and motivation, and this has helped. And I think I was talking about Amazon. Yeah, Amazon, the free trial they gave me helped influence things a lot. Because they got me half of them for free. I had to buy License to Kill and what was the other one? Moonraker. I had to pay for those, and then I rented Skyfall because I figured that was a thing. I was part of the phone call was about should we own the physical DVD collection, because that's a thing. I'm not sure if I want to just buy them all on Amazon or if I should own the physical DVDs or whatever. But owning the James Bond films is kind of a thing. That was majority of the thing I also wanted to mention at some point during the LP, but never did. I grew up on the collection series, so some of the films, like Goldfinger, I've never actually seen before. I only saw Goldfinger for the first time for this LP, believe it or not. It was 4 different sets with 5 DVDs each. You can find it if you Google it, like just type in 007 collection or something. It's on Walmart for like $300-400, which is obscene because you could buy them all independently for less. But it looks like that, and those were the ones I had. So some of them, I think it was Living Daylights, Man with the Golden Gun, Goldfinger, and then World's Not Enough, and I don't remember the last one. But those were the ones that I didn't own growing up, and most of them I had seen, but like I saw when I was like fucking 12 to 15, so it's been a long time since then. And yeah, for the most part, I wanted to compare the films to this game because I wanted to see how it held up. I wanted to see about the Na'vi thing. For the most part, it's kind of half and half. The Goldfinger part is no, On Her Majesty was yes. License to Kill was yes. Die Another Day was no. And Moonraker, I mean, Moonraker is like a half yes, half no. Like a bit of both. And of course, this game really does need to stop fucking talking. It happens too much. A lot of games happen too much and talk too much. But Yeah, I think that's it. As I've said for the billionth time now. I'm gonna try and record the rest of these credits and then like either fast forward it or do whatever so this way we can get them all out of the way, and I guess I'll just put music over it instead because this is obscenely long. But yeah, JC4R, I appreciate you if you have sat and watched this train wreck with me. I enjoy the game, but I wish it was better. And I hope that whoever takes the James Bond license next can really do it justice, because I don't feel like Activision did. I know you could argue Eurocom was technically the developers of it, and they've developed it since like a long time ago. But you'll be surprised how much influence a publisher can have, and that's exactly the reason we got such a contrast of styles between EA and Activision with drastically different games, is because it's the publisher that gets a lot of the influence for it. So, there you go.